Hello and welcome to Dead Letter Movie Chat, episode 24, recorded August 23rd, 2015. I'm Tim,
I'm Andrew.
and we are talking today about the new superhero movie out of 20th Century Fox by Josh Trank, sort of, The
Sort
Fantastic
of.
Four, starring Miles Teller, Kate Mara, Michael B. Jordan, Jamie Bell, and a whole bunch of other very forgettable performances.
Yes. Um,
Yeah, that kind of sums up my overall impression of the movie. We get sort of a basic retelling of the origin story of the Fantastic Four, without the
basically,
cosmic rays.
or going into space,
Yeah.
or
So
any of
apparently the
that.
big thing about the Fantastic Four is they have this dimensional gateway. Yeah.
Mm,
Um,
sure,
sure.
whatever. They have to just four people get in a thing. They get zapped by something. Stuff happens. Um, that is essentially the brass tacks version of the story, and that was retained, um, more or less.
There were a few
It's
explosions along the
Yeah.
way.
Instead of Planet Zero, what is it? It's the negative zone or something.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, they go to the negative zone, which is this version's version of Planet Zero, I guess. We have all of the big players that are supposed to be there are there. We have Reed, Johnny, Ben Grimm, Susan, and Victor Von Doom. And Victor Von Doom. The thing about this movie is I realized how lame of a villain Victor Von Doom is to begin with. Because the Fantastic Four was like they were my mutants growing up because I didn't really care about the X-Men. I liked the Fantastic Four, and then having watched this movie, I was like, man, Victor Von Doom just isn't a very exciting villain. He's just a jerk, and
Yeah.
he's not even like an interesting jerk. I mean, like he's just like I don't know how to describe it. He's just like a way crass, more I don't know, like douche version of Sheldon Cooper, basically in this movie.
Yeah,
Um,
kinda.
I mean, you don't like him from like the first thing he says, and then I realized, like in the original comics, you don't like him from the first thing he says in the
He's
comics.
not
So
likable. He's
he's
never
just
been likable. He's
yeah,
never been that compelling a villain. And
and
they
yeah,
nailed that here, so props for
yeah,
that, I guess.
I guess
But I mean
yeah,
for the duration of the movie, I never felt engaged by what was happening on screen. I never felt emotionally invested in the characters or what they were
no,
doing or what was happening to them.
yeah, and
It
that
it, it
isn't
all just felt very, very flat.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's not because people are doing a bad performance necessarily. It's everyone does adequate.
Yeah, I mean
No one
I bought what they were saying, I just didn't care.
Yeah, and that's the
They never
thing.
made me care.
I just didn't care. It's just ultimately what happened. Oh, they're going to the zone again. Whatever. Um,
I guess. Oh,
I
look, Ben
guess.
Grimm's going with them this time.
Yep.
He thinks it's a
Oh,
bad idea, but he's going anyway.
yep. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird because like ultimately the biggest problem of the whole movie, the special effects look fine, the performances are fine, it doesn't drag, its editing is well, although you can tell there's definitely been some studio interference, it feels more or less fine. It's just that the script itself is just atrocious is the wrong word.
It's disjointed.
It's disjointed and bland. It's just unexciting. It is basically porridge or gruel,
With just a little bit of salt.
the tiniest bit of salt, and it's enough for sustenance. I don't think I was ever bored in the movie.
No,
I don't think it
I
was
was
anything like
never
that.
bored, but I was never excited either. I mean,
Yeah,
I laughed once during this movie, and it was a one line quip
hmm
pretty
well,
early
that's
on, and after
yeah,
that, I just I watched this movie, but I never went up or down with it at all.
yeah. I was just like I was pretty flat the whole time, and which I don't know. It's not a bad movie in the sense that it fails at doing stuff. It's just a very meh film.
Hmm.
It's just not very exciting at all, which is almost worse than it being bad.
It kind of is. I mean,
Yeah,
I I just couldn't feel passionate about it. It didn't make me hate it,
yeah. I'm
but
not
I
gonna
couldn't
say I
love it
hated
either.
it.
There's nothing there. It was adequate. This movie was the height of mediocrity.
Yeah, it's super. It's not like by the numbers is doesn't seem right because, like Tim said earlier, it doesn't really. It's not paint by numbers because it doesn't have enough color in it.
There's no color here.
It feels more like connect the dots mostly. In like a black and white activity book you do on a long car ride. It's just it takes up time, and ultimately you're not exactly satiated from the activity. So all that considered, I guess I'm just gonna give the film a D plus. Not the worst thing I ever saw. It doesn't exactly fail, but it doesn't exactly exceed. Basically, like just like a D plus in real life, it should redo the course.
Yeah, and depending on where you are, yeah, that may or may not be how things have to go.
Yeah,
I'll give it a C minus. I'll give it those extra 2 points for that one laugh I
yeah,
got.
yeah,
That's enough for that, but still C minus. I mean, really, this was adequate, but you probably ought to see something better instead.
yeah. The if you really want to watch a Fantastic Four movie, the other two are also kind of man. So just watch The Incredibles.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
Count on Disney and Brad Bird to get it right.
yeah. Which might like maybe if Fox just let them have the thing, like just if Fox would just give up the rights, maybe that's we would have gotten a Pixar esque Fantastic. We could have had a Big Hero 6 Fantastic Four movie, and that may have been better.
Yeah, and that would have been cool. I mean, and we've read most of the stuff that's come out about this, and all
Mm,
the back and forth and the indecisiveness, by the director and the studio, and how this all played out. You know, somewhere in here were two different movies that either of them might have been okay, but this isn't either of them
yeah,
at
so
all. There are pieces here and there, but
it's definitely something that will probably become better with different edits. um,
yeah, and
maybe,
I'm
maybe
a
not.
little curious to see that, but honestly, I don't see it playing outside of really really niche film studies type classes. This is what can go wrong with a movie, and here's what might have gone right. Dig into that, and honestly, there are probably better movies to do that with too.
Exactly. So I don't know. Go watch something else, folks. um,
Really, almost anything else,
almost. Yeah.
almost.
Go see Mr. Holmes. Tim and I both like that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing to do with superheroes. Has Sherlock Holmes in it.
Who is
But
not a
yeah,
superhero?
who is not a
No
superhero?
superpowers, nothing.
Not really. The power of deduction. Yeah. Oh well.
So that's Fantastic Four. Thanks for watching, everybody.